What's going on, everybody? So you can tell what's about to happen right here. I'm going to ask that you all bear with me. This will be I'm not sure if you call this a timeless reading, because this is going to apply whenever you get to see it. So we'll just say that for now anyway. For everyone who has asked me, do I read tarot? Would I ever read tarot? Why don't I read tarot? And you know, those discussions that we had together, you know who you are. Here I am. Okay, here I am. So I'm gonna ask that all bear with me. I am novice. I also want to say this is not drill tarot, so please don't come into here, you know, trying to start tarot wars. I won't let it happen. It just won't happen. I have high regard for tarot readers that I watch myself time to time. And I also know that other tarot readers watch other tarot readers. So it's that kind of community. So let's keep it that way. You know what I mean? There's been a lot of funny things already kicking off in Scorpio season already. Like people coming at me and stuff like that. Do not do it during Scorpio season, because my clap back in that comment section is going to be, it's going to be something during Scorpio season. And I don't want to begin with a standoffish energy. However, I do want to make things clear about the seriousness of well-being when we taking on things with these spiritual natures. All right, that's all that I'm saying, y'all. So let me give kudos to this deck maker first. This is the White Sage Tarot by Teresa Hutch. Let me show you the casing too, just so you know. I want to honor the person who is facilitating this whole operation, right? That's dope, right? That's pretty dope. Now, this is how the synchronicities work with me and how I know this was divine, because I'd say about a week before this, I saw that my son was burning sage. He's starting to burn sage. And then I went to the store, to the Indian store, and I picked up some white sage for myself. First time utilizing white, but this is incense, y'all, not sage. I deal with the incense. That's what's burning right now. And then I get to the tarot spot, and this is what I see: white sage. I say, oh, this is divine timing right here. All right, so with no further ado, let's get into it, right? I'm going to do a 3-card spread. This 3-card spread is going to foresee, or deal with, should I say, strength, struggle, and advice. Strength, struggle, and advice, in that order, okay? From left to right. I do read reversals. Look at me sounding fancy and bougie already, right? Hey, you just started. You talking about you read reversals. Yes, I do. There's an interpretation for reversals. I'm going to interpret them, and I'm going to read them. So let me cut and get it on the way. Get on the way. All right. So the first card is going to be the strength. This is where your strength is lying right now. The Two of Cups. The Two of Cups. And I told you, I'm going to be as sensible as possible. Although I can look at these cards and I can interpret things on my own, I want to be, you know, as accurate and as sensible as possible. So I'm going to read the definition first. Of course, the more I get the hang of it, the more I'll be able to utilize this without doing this. But the Two of Cups in an upright position, you may see it in reverse. Can y'all see this? Yeah, y'all can see this. You may see it in reverse, but it's facing me, so I'm looking at it upright. All right. The two of Cups upright is significant of a bond, of a union, and you can see that with these ties of these cups, this flow, this green liquid. It could be that green tea, right? That green tea is like magic elixir, ain't it? For you tea drinkers out there, you know what I'm talking about. You might have some mocha thing going on, whatever you got going on with the tea. It's a bond here. It's a union. Two cups pour together and unite, just as true love melds two hearts. And you're getting romantic now, right? But nah, that's a definition in the book. So you may feel a deep love connection with another individual right now, okay? And that is where your strength lies. Practice the art of finding a balance through some give and take. So we're looking at mutual understanding here, okay? We're looking at some type of mutuality, some type of reciprocity at least, right? At the least, some give and take, some push and pull, perhaps some compromise, at least some cooperation, right? And you may look at that as something subtle that's happening right now, right? Because it's almost like, you see how these two cups, it's almost like a toast. It's almost like a toast. However, a toast, after a toast, you get to sip individually, right? So this is more like a sentiment, an expression of love with these two cups pouring out here. It's kind of like when you pour out some, this is not the exact thing, but when you pour out something for the dead homies, for example, you know what I mean? It's like that gesture shows a sentiment, a sign of sentiment to someone that you love, right? So this is what I'm getting when I'm looking at this. It's like, sure, we're going to sip and probably discuss things and get intimate and all of that stuff, but let's just pour some of this love outwards so that it can intertwine together. And this is a gesture, a significant gesture of that bond, of that union. You get what I'm saying? That's where your strength lies at right now. That person that you can confide into, rub shoulders with, bounce ideas off of, steel sharpens steel type thing, you know what I mean? But in a way that you can understand that there's a bond between you, there's a union between the two of you. That's where the strength is right now. So let's go into the struggle. Where's the struggle at right now? Where are you struggling? You're struggling with the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man upright. Has the number 12 there too. So I'm gonna get, let me get the definition for the Hanged Man first. Then we'll get into all of that. We'll get into what I see, my interpretation of it as well, right? The Hanged Man, the Hanged Man. And when you watching tarot readers, you don't think to like memorize all of the cards, but when you start doing it yourself, you're like, I've heard interpretations of this before, but still, I'm pretty sure every reader is going to give their own interpretation extensively, right? So the Hanged Man is reflective time, crossroads. When a monarch caterpillar hatches, it frantically eats and grows, then crawls up to a leaf and turns into a J shape. When this happens, it completely freezes and waits for transformation. You too can benefit from stillness, okay? So what I'm getting from this, right? And this is from the definition and extensively, right? Because look at this Hanged Man, this caterpillar curled up in a J, getting ready to, what it's getting ready to do, right? That metamorphosis is about to happen. That change is about to kick in. You're gonna spread your wings and fly away. It's gonna be a beautiful sight, right? But this is the struggle. So what can happen here is some contemplation. You're experiencing some contemplation right now, to where you are forced to be still at a time where you may be feeling anxiety instead, right? You may be feeling the urge to rush, to move on. And Mars is at a high degree right now, so this can signify this even more. So, oh, that's dope, right? See, an astrologer doing tarot can probably really make some real waves out here. So, but it's true. Mars is in the upper 20s right now, transiting through Libra. So you may feel anxiety, be anxious to do something, to make moves, to put your passion into something, your desire into something. You may be even ready to hedge on it and bet on it. And it's just like, you got to pause. You got to take a chill pill. You got to sit down for a minute, right? You can't necessarily do that. And, not for nothing, this is something that can benefit you, as the definition said, right? You may not feel it, you may not understand it, because your wheels are turning, and that's, and this is not to bash anyone who's experiencing anything that is of mental illness or that capacity. This is exactly why we do these things anyway, right? Because we want to get an understanding, we want to get second opinions. We don't want to lean on our own understanding, because it may force us to do something that is self-righteous, something that is self-absorbent, to the place where it's just ego-filled, right? So take this time. When you reflect, you may find the answer just in reflecting of why you're struggling or why you feel this anxiety, right? You may feel that this decision that you're going to make, because there's going to be some pondering going on here with you right now. You have to make a decision coming up, and You have to sit in order to make it. This is not something that you can make in motion. Being in motion is what's going to distract you from it. But that's where the struggle lies, and from wanting to take action but having to be still, right? So keep this in mind, and understand that you're going to come through this. This too shall pass, right? And that transformation is going to take place. You know, there's always something that has to happen before transformation. It's like 8th house Scorpio energy. The sun is in Scorpio right now as well, right? So there's an extremity, a level of extremity that takes place there. The scales tip, they go up and down. It's a fluctuation that can be very extreme, but on the other end of that is transformation. Right? So that's the struggle right now. Let's get to the advice, what you're advised to do to this. The Knight of Pentacles upright. Knight of Pentacles. All right? Which is an elephant there. I see white light chakra crown energy coming here. So this is something about something that's all seeing. See, I can already see it right now, but I'm going to get to the definition. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. This is something that you already know, this advice. You know this, you know, but we're just going to clarify to make sure that you know this. So the Knight of Pentacles is dependable, it's faithful, right? So this is what I'm saying. This is faithful. It's like something that's all-knowing. The Knight of Pentacles shows up as a young, bright, and hopeful elephant who shares a message of prosperity. He wears a helmet with a symbol for earth etched in the side, excuse me. Behind him, fields are bountiful. Appreciate what you have and share any excess you don't need. Okay, so when you do things of that nature, when you say, you know what, I got enough bread, here goes a loaf for you. I know you asked me for one, I know you need it, here, take it. Knowing that your loaf is going to last maybe 3-7 days, you know what, you said, yo, I've been in this situation before. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm going to come out of this. This comes with that type of faith, that type of not only hope, but faith that things are going to be okay. Things are going to be okay. You gotta feel vigorous about this moment that you're having right now. You gotta feel almost as a child again, and say, you know, when children don't get in the deep contemplative state of mind to where they're going to say, well, I'm not going to play today. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get my G.I. Joe soldiers and like flip them over into the bathtub and do what I do when it's time to take a bath. Like, nah. They're going to just drift off into another place and say, you know, whatever I got in trouble for, you know, scribbling this crayon on the wall, right? But I'm going to get through this. I'm going to get through this. I've scribbled on walls before. I'm going to get through this. So that's the advice, to be young and youthful when you address this. And again, I see the crown chakra here. You know what I'm saying? This is something that is supreme light energy. Know your true self. This is about knowing yourself, knowing who you truly are, and having that faith in yourself that says, you know what, everything's going to be all right. Again, behind him, right? You can see that behind him, the fields are bountiful. So, you know, when it comes to fields, you can play. There's a lot of play going on. There's a lot of probably arable land, right, to plant seeds and for things to grow. And he's just bouncing all through that. He could leave it behind for all he cares, because he knows that there's so much benefit behind him or her. Don't beat me up, right? But there's so much to gain for those all around them that it's more of a sense of encouragement for them to go forth, right? Appreciate everything that's around them, because look how much open land that is. You feel me? So that's the advice right now. Work with what you got. Recycle as much as you can in this moment too, you know. Yeah, pass some things down. If you're gonna make a purchase, you might want to purchase something recycled, something vintage, right? From a spot where some hand-me-downs is passed down, but you come up with a nice fit somewhere, you know what I'm saying? It'll benefit the Salvation Army or something like that. So that's my reading for you guys today. Again, that is the strength, the struggle, and the advice. Let me know how I did, y'all. Y'all enjoyed this? Just let me know, you know what I mean? I can come back and do some more, at least start off with some 3-card spreads, and then we see what we grow into, all right? Enjoy y'all evening or day, wherever you are in the world. I'm out.